Teresa with Crafty with Teresa. Thank you for joining me today. I wanted to share with you my next video showing you my sheetload of cards for October of 2021. I'm using the sketch and cutting instructions from Call Me Crafty Owl to make 3 different types of cards. I'm a big fan of Craft Your Stash, so I wanted to show you the cards I made, plus you will see a few tips along the way. Now let's get to crafting. The first card you'll see are my Christmas cards. I made 10 cards. 4 cards I used Oxide inks and masking to color my Santa. For the other 4 cards, I used watercolor paints. I like them both, I think. Now, if you're doing the math, that does not come up to 10. What I wanted to do was take a minute to show you a tip. The papers are using my leftover papers from my Holly and Ivy paper packet. And my background pages are from a Frugal Friday tip I made using shaving cream and alcohol inks. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out because I'm making the majority of my Christmas cards this year with those backgrounds. So here's one of the tips that I learned along the way. I knew that I needed to conserve this paper. I had plenty of background pages because I made 11 different background pages with that shaving cream and alcohol ink. So I knew I had plenty of this. But what I did not know is how I'd be able to conserve this. So I came up with this idea, and tell me what you think. I'm just using this strip to show you. But basically what I did is I started tearing my paper. As you can see, some has white, some does not. I didn't worry about that because these cards will be going to different individuals, so they're not going to know the difference. But as you can see, I actually have 2 torn pieces here that I can use. So what I'll have to do is make an adjustment on the card and make sure that this is on the left hand side and this is on the right hand side. Doesn't really matter because of the design that I made. You just flip the card over. So this is what I'm trying to display. I hope I'm making sense here. But if this would be here, okay, and then it would be here on this page. But again, you just flip the card over before you put your base on. Hope that makes sense. So anyway, I thought I'd share that tip because now I have taken this one piece and I will actually get 4 because it's long enough to do another strip down here. Obviously it's not the right size, but that's just for me to show you that you actually can get 4 out of this one strip of paper. The Santa here, I did want to point this out also. The Santa here has already been used in one of my videos. However, I really liked it, so I'm using it again here. The card is very close to the original sketch, but because my focal point is rather large, I changed it up a bit. And with this background being quite busy, I replaced the vellum with a white circle. I used my Love from Lizzie strips instead of the paper and ribbon. However, stay tuned because you will see that I used the exact sketch diagram in a card later. What do you think about this card? My second card, I listed each of the items on the card and modified with what I had in my stash. I really like vintage cards, so take a look at this one. And instead of tearing paper, I actually made my own background using 2 strips of torn paper. I took the papers and I took my ink and I put it over the top so that you would see that torn look. The focal point here is my poinsettia. Instead of paper around this, I use this burlap ribbon that I got from the dollar store. Although I do think the vellum would have been pretty here. But replacing the vellum, I used doilies that I again highlighted in this mocha color. I don't think I mentioned that, but the mocha color from Close to My Heart. It's a new color this year. The sentiment is quite old. I'll see if I have that stamp set. And then I used some pop-up color from scrapbook.com to put these 3 little dots on the bottom. I kind of wished I had used a different color to emboss on this poinsettia. I used rose gold. I thought I maybe could have introduced a new color. What do you think? I can't decide. Any ideas and suggestions would be wonderful. As promised, the last card is a replica of the items used in the sketch shown at the beginning of this video. I have torn the pieces and placed them on a light blue piece of paper. I have vellum in the background behind my fox, and I used the leftover wood to make the banner or ribbon look over that vellum. A little background on this card: because it's an inside joke with a former male co-worker, I grabbed the fox in the October stamp of the month and made this card for him. I have done some crazy things to this former co-worker on his cards, so he'll be very cautious when he opens it. I've made a pop-up. I have put so much glitter that when he opened the envelope, he had gotten covered with it. So I've had a lot of fun sending him cards. This will probably be the only card that I send him that's somewhat normal. I know he'll laugh when he sees it. So that's what I have to show you here today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please like the video and give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you can see new videos as they come in. Until next time, have a great day.